What is up, gamers? So today we're going to take a look at another Seure product, Apple Watch Ultra Band. Full disclosure here, I did receive this band for free as a compensation for two other defective bands that I ordered. So it's been quite of a back and forth with the Seure company. So I have two other videos on my channel. You can go back and watch them. I'm not going to repeat what happened, but it's been a mess, even though their customer service seems to be great. So I got this band, which is supposed to be a clone of the new Apple Watch Ultra Titan mesh band, or the mesh loop. This is around 55 euro something, and the Apple original one is 220 euro, I think, something like that. But this is not titanium, this is stainless steel. So we're going to take a look at this band, the knockoff, and I also happen to have the genuine one, the real Apple Watch Ultra titanium mesh loop. So we will look at that afterwards and compare them both. But so I have already unboxed and have a look at this, and I already found several issues. So I'm going to go through them now. First of all, for the price, this is very complicated to make. Yes, it's only stainless steel, so it's not the exotic materials, but I think for the price, this is too complicated for them to make because there are so many issues with it. The first one you can see straight away when you take it out of the packaging, and I'll put it down on the table like this. This whole mesh loop is twisted. This is not straight. And you can see that even further if I unclasp it and stretch it like this. You can see the whole band is flexed or twisted, as you can see here if I stretch it out. See? Well, this creates a big problem when you have it on the watch and on the wrist, and I'm going to demonstrate that now. So with the mesh loop, you're supposed to have the loop upwards like this, and then you have the other end downwards like this. This is like intentional usage. One of the things I noticed is this side, as you can see, it doesn't fold over naturally, it just points straight outwards. So this has been squeezed together or welded or something, but it's just too aggressive of an angle. Also, this loop over here, as you can see, this loop is way too big for the mesh chain. So it just slides back and forth like this, which means when you have this on wrist, which I'm gonna show you here. Give me a sec. I'm not sure if the size is properly set, but it's all right. So what happens is that since the mesh loop is twisted, it's gonna pull the watch upwards, and as you can see, it's gonna look like this on your wrist, always. Leaving a big gap here and nothing there, and it's not symmetrical and just looks really awkward and really wonky. And the lugs doesn't really align properly with the case either, but they do fit though, because that's what's the problem with the other bands. Other than that, I mean, the clasp is okay. It is a bit wiggly and kinda, I'm not sure how much I would trust it though, but it seems fine. And the adjustment also works on this one. You just unfold this one, you move the clasp part, and then you lock it together again like this. There's no audible click, so I'm not sure how it's held in together. But yeah, so this is what I found on this band, and it's like, I would not use this band. This is not acceptable for me. I didn't pay for this, but if I would have returned this or filed another complaint because this is poor quality. It's still a $55 or €55 band, and it's I think it's just too complicated to make at that price point. Which brings me to the genuine Apple Watch Ultra titanium mesh band, which we're going to look at now as a comparison. Let me just remove this. And yes, I mean, the original band, the genuine one, is 200 and something, 220 maybe. Having said that, and I'm going to bring it out here. Let's put them side by side, actually. Having said that, the genuine Apple Watch band, which is this one, this is made from grade 5 titanium. First of all, grade 5 titanium in itself is an expensive metal to just buy. Then you need to process it into this bracelet, which is incredibly difficult. I am not even sure how you would do this in the machining of this, because it's such a hard metal. It's very, very, very tough to shape and machine into this shape. And you can't really either forge it, you kind of need to machine it and stuff like that. So, and everything here is grade 5 titanium, and this is super, super light. It's like feather light compared to this one, which is stainless steel. This is actually quite heavy. So let's compare them. First of all, the Apple Watch band or the mesh loop is, everything is top notch. Everything is, the tolerances is perfect. Like if I lay this flat down, there's no wiggle or whatever. If I do the same test as I did before, hold it this way, it's not warped or even has any sort of indication of being twisted. It's just absolutely straight. Which means it doesn't wiggle around, like it's flat, which is important when it's on your wrist. And also this loop that I showed you on the other one, obviously this fits perfectly. There's a tiny bit of play, but just enough so that you can slide this mesh loop around in the bracelet end lug. And the clasp also is like, you can hear it snap on when you lock it. And it's like confirmed, yeah, now it's locked, you know. And let's put this onto the watch, the loop upside and the bottom side like that. Let's put it onto my wrist. I'm still getting used to this clasp mechanism. It's I never had a bracelet like this before. Let me put it on like that, not too bad. And as you can see, this sits flat up here. It just looks much better. And it's like everything lines up and it doesn't slide around and it doesn't tilt, and yeah. So that's what you pay for. Yes, you can consider that 220 euro for this band is a lot of money, but I still wouldn't consider it expensive because of the materials and the processing that is needed to make this. I mean, if this was like any other exotic material, you wouldn't raise an eyebrow for that either. So this is just top notch. This is a 10 out of 10 bracelet. But even so, this could have been good. I would have been fine with this being stainless steel, because I do wear full stainless steel watches that are very heavy. I don't mind. Stainless steel is a good material, but they trying to hit the price point where this is just poorly manufactured. This is, I would give this lowest possible grade, because this is like, for me, this is unusable. It's twisted and slides around and it doesn't sit straight on your watch and your wrist. So for me, this is a no-go. And I will share this video with Seure, but like I said, I did receive this for free as compensation for another issue. So it is what it is. But yeah, I am not going to use the Seure one. I will be using the original Apple one. This is much, much better. And yes, it is more expensive, but they could have made this also just pay attention to the manufacturing process and quality improvement thing, and just make it good, even though it's still stainless steel, and sell it for 80 instead of 50, or even 90. It would still be worth it. Maybe even €100 would be worth it if it was flawless, but it isn't. There's a lot of issues with this. So that will be it for this time. Thank you guys. See you around.